Want to see a single Lincoln penny that can be worth $10,000 to over $100,000? This one right here. Yes, just one small old penny. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Most Lincoln pennies you find in your change or old jars are worth almost nothing. However, some rare ones can literally change your life. I've been collecting and studying Lincoln pennies for years. I'm not here to hype every single coin as a treasure, because that's not realistic. But I also won't hide the fact that some dates and mint marks are extremely valuable. Today, I'm going to show you the most valuable Lincoln pennies you should be looking for in 2026, how to identify them properly, and most importantly, the seller mindset. How and where to actually sell them for top dollar without getting ripped off. If you have old pennies at home, or you just enjoy coin hunting, stay with me till the end. Because even if you only have a few hundred pennies, one rare coin could be hiding there. Drop a like if you love old coins, and let's dive in. Coin number 1, listen up. What if the penny sitting in your drawer right now, the one you almost spent or tossed aside, is quietly worth hundreds of dollars? This small 2009 D coin with the log cabin could be hiding in your pocket, and you are about to lose a fortune without even knowing it. Most people look at this coin and see nothing special. Just another dull penny from 2009 with a tiny cabin on the back. They throw it in a jar, spend it at the store, or lose it forever. But here is the dangerous truth. What looks completely ordinary can turn out to be extremely valuable, especially when it carries that little D mint mark from Denver. Back in 2009, the United States Mint was under huge pressure. They were celebrating Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. Here is a serious warning. Never, ever clean this coin. Scrubbing it with soap, polishing it, or using any chemicals destroys its natural look and kills most of its value instantly. Every year more of these coins get lost, damaged, or thrown away. Fewer and fewer survive in good condition. And that scarcity is growing right now as we speak. Imagine this scene. The auction room goes completely silent. Bidders lean forward, hearts beating faster. The auctioneer calls out the 2009 D birth and early childhood penny. Bids start low, then suddenly jump higher, faster, until the hammer falls at a price that shocks the entire room. Now let me be real with you. I am not here to promise every single one of these coins will make you rich, because that is not true. Most circulated examples are still worth only a few cents. But in rare cases, certain examples, especially those with strong details and the right condition, have sold for serious money. Sometimes hundreds of dollars or more depending on grade and eye appeal. Instead, take clear high-resolution photos, research recent sold listings on trusted platforms, get it professionally graded if the condition looks strong, and sell where serious collectors compete, on major auction sites or to specialized buyers who know the true demand for these bicentennial issues. Do not spend this coin. Do not ignore it. Go check every 2009 penny you have. Flip it over. Hunt for that D mint mark, and examine the cabin design carefully, because the next coin I am going to reveal in this series is even more dangerous to miss. It has destroyed more, I almost threw it away, stories than you can imagine. If you have old pennies at home, smash that like button right now. Comment below with the oldest year you have found so far. And stay till the end because I am exposing more hidden coins that could be sitting in your house tonight. This coin looks so ordinary that millions of people have done exactly that. They saw a dull, beaten up, boring-looking penny and never thought twice. But here is the scary part. That same coin, the 1980 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, might be the one that quietly holds real hidden value, and ignoring it could cost you a serious fortune. Back in 1980, America was in deep trouble. Inflation was running wild. Copper prices were skyrocketing. The government was losing money on every single penny they made. The mints were under insane pressure to produce billions of coins while the cost of copper was eating them alive. Because of that heavy production pressure and the chaos of the time, strange little mistakes slipped through, creating hidden uniqueness that normal eyes completely miss. Look at the coin in your hand. The surface is worn and tired. Dark toning covers Lincoln's face. Tiny scratches from years of being tossed around in pockets and drawers. It feels cheap, used, and totally forgettable. Yet when you flip it over and check below the date, there is nothing. Notice, just a blank spot where the mint mark should be. That missing mint mark is the tiny detail serious collectors notice while everyone else walks straight past it. What looks completely worthless might not be worthless at all. In fact, treating this coin like ordinary pocket change could be one of the biggest financial mistakes you ever make. Here is a strong warning you must hear. Never clean this coin. Not with soap. Not with toothpaste. Not with anything. The moment you try to make it shiny, you destroy its natural surface, wipe away its history, and kill almost all of its collector value in seconds. Every single day more of these 1980 pennies disappear. They get spent, lost in couches melted down or damaged beyond recognition. Fewer good examples survive every year. And that number is shrinking faster than most people realize. Picture this intense moment. The auction hall falls into complete silence. Hundreds of serious collectors lean forward. The air feels thick with tension. The auctioneer slowly raises the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Bidding starts quietly, then builds faster, higher. The room explodes with energy until the final hammer slams down at a price that leaves jaws on the floor. Let's dive in number 3. What if that old penny you found in your grandfather's drawer, or mixed in your loose change, or sitting forgotten in a dusty jar, is a 1967 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, and you are about to spend it or throw it away like it is worthless garbage? This coin looks so plain and beaten up that almost everyone who sees it dismisses it instantly. They think it is just another dull penny from the past, not worth a second look. But here is the terrifying truth that keeps collectors awake at night. That ordinary-looking 1967 penny without any mint mark could be hiding real value. And failing to notice it might cost you a fortune you never even knew existed. Go back to 1967. America was still recovering from turbulent times. The country had faced massive coin shortages. People were hoarding anything they could get their hands on. The mints were under extreme pressure to produce billions of coins while fighting a national coin crisis. To stop the hoarding madness, the United States Mint made a bold and unusual decision. They removed mint marks from all coins for a few years, including 1967, creating a hidden uniqueness that makes every single one of these pennies a little mysterious. Hold the coin in your fingers. Feel it. The surface is worn down from decades of handling. Dark brownish toning spreads across Lincoln's portrait. Fine scratches mark its journey through pockets, cash registers, and old jars. It feels tired, cheap, and completely forgettable. Now turn it over and stare right below the date. You will see nothing. Notice, just empty space. That missing mint mark is the secret detail that serious hunters notice while most people toss the coin aside without a care. What looks totally worthless might not be worthless at all. In reality, brushing past this coin could be the most expensive oversight of your life. Pay close attention to this warning. Never clean or polish this coin. Not even gently. The second you touch it with soap, cloth, or any cleaning product, you destroy its original surface, erase its natural aging, and wipe out most of the value collectors are willing to pay. Every passing year more of these 1967 pennies get lost forever. Spent without thinking, damaged in machines, or destroyed in accidents, the number of nice surviving examples is shrinking steadily, making the good ones harder and harder to find with every month that goes by. Feel the tension in this scene. The auction room suddenly goes dead silent. Bidders sit frozen, eyes locked on the stage, hearts racing. The auctioneer lifts the 1967 no-mint mark penny under bright lights. The first bid comes slow, then another. The pace quickens. The numbers climb higher and higher, until the final hammer crashes down with a price that sends shockwaves through the entire crowd. Let me be completely honest with you. I am not here to claim every 1967 penny without a mint mark is a gold mine. Because the truth is most worn examples are still worth very little. However, in rare cases, certain examples, especially those that kept strong details, attractive color, or exceptional condition, have sold for surprisingly high amounts depending on how well they survived and their overall eye appeal. This is why you must develop the seller mindset immediately. If you discover one that stands out, do not sell it cheaply to the first local dealer who offers you pocket change. Instead, take multiple high-quality photos. Research actual sold prices on major auction sites. Consider sending it for professional grading if the details look sharp, and list it where passionate collectors compete against each other, so you can get the fairest and highest possible return without being taken advantage of. Whatever happens, do not spend this coin. Do not let it disappear into another jar. Stop everything. Go search through all your 1967 pennies tonight. Look carefully at the spot below the date for that missing mint mark. Examine the surface closely, and check every tiny detail as if your hidden fortune depends on it. Because one day it just might. Because the next coin I am going to expose in this series is even more dangerous to ignore. It has created more shocking, "I had that coin and lost it," regrets than any other penny I have covered so far. Number 4, hold on. Stop whatever you are doing and listen to this warning. What if the 1964 penny with the D mint mark that you casually tossed into a jar, or left in an old wallet, or almost spent at the store, is right now sitting in your house, and you are dangerously close to losing real money without ever realizing its hidden power? This coin looks so dull and ordinary that most people glance at it once and forget it forever. They see just another old penny from the 60s. Nothing special, nothing worth keeping. But here is the cold, scary reality that should shake you. That everyday-looking 1964 D Lincoln cent could be the one quietly carrying serious hidden value. And ignoring it might become your biggest regret of the year. Think back to 1964. America was facing a massive coin shortage crisis. Demand was exploding. The mints were working overtime under crazy pressure. Billions upon billions of pennies were being rushed out the door while the country struggled with circulation problems. On top of that, it was the very last year the United States Mint struck regular pennies in the traditional 95% copper composition. The pressure to produce so many coins so fast created small but powerful hidden uniqueness that slipped through the chaos. Pick up the coin. Feel its weight in your palm. The surface shows real where from decades of life, warm brownish toning covers Lincoln's face and the wheat ears. Small scratches and marks tell the story of countless pockets, counters, and old drawers. It feels used, plain, and easy to dismiss. Yet right there below the date sits a clear, bold D mint mark from the Denver Mint. That small letter is the detail that sharp-eyed collectors instantly notice, while millions of others throw the coin away without a second thought. What looks completely worthless might not be worthless at all. In truth, treating this 1964 D penny like ordinary pocket change could be one of the costliest mistakes you ever make. Here is a warning you must take seriously. Never clean this coin. Never polish it. Never try to make it look newer. The moment you touch it with any cleaner or cloth, you ruin its natural toning. destroy its authentic surface, and wipe out most of the value that real collectors are ready to pay. Day after day, more of these 1964 pennies are lost, spent without thinking, damaged in washing machines, melted down, or simply thrown out with the trash. The pool of nice surviving examples keeps getting smaller every single year, turning the good ones into something increasingly hard to find. Now imagine this heart-pounding scene. The auction room drops into total silence. You could hear a pin fall. Serious bidders lean in, tension thick in the air, eyes fixed on the stage. The auctioneer presents the 1964 D Lincoln Penny. Bidding begins slowly, then picks up speed. The numbers climb rapidly. Excitement builds to a fever pitch until the hammer finally slams down at a price that leaves the whole room stunned. Let me stay real with you. I am not here to hype every 1964 D penny as a fortune maker, because the honest truth is most circulated ones are still worth very little. However, in rare cases, certain examples, especially those with strong strike details, attractive toning, or special eye appeal, and even more so if they carry minor mint errors, have brought surprisingly strong prices depending on their overall condition and collector demand. This is precisely why you need to adopt the seller mindset right now. If your 1964 D penny looks better than the usual worn examples, do not rush to sell it at a local shop for almost nothing. Take clear, well-lit photos from multiple angles. Study recent actual sold listings on major auction platforms. Consider professional grading if the details still stand out sharply. And sell it where knowledgeable collectors are actively competing so you can maximize your return without getting lowballed. Do not spend this coin. Do not let it vanish into another forgotten pile. Right now, go hunt through every 1964 penny you can find. Check carefully for that clear D mint mark. Examine the surface and details closely, and inspect it like your next hidden fortune might depend on what you discover. Because one day it truly could, because the next coin I am going to uncover in this series is even more dangerous to ignore. It has already created more sudden, I can't believe I had that shock stories than almost any other Lincoln penny out there. If this warning got your heart racing, hit the like button hard right now. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever found a 1964 penny in your house or change? Top 5 and last rare expensive coin. What if that ordinary 1973 penny with the D mint mark lying in your old coffee can, or mixed with loose change in your drawer, or forgotten in a coat pocket, is right now in your home, and you are dangerously close to spending it or throwing it away like worthless junk? This coin appears so plain and forgettable that millions of people have done exactly that without a second thought. They see just another dull penny from the 1970s and move on with their day. Every single day more of these 1973 pennies disappear forever. They get spent without thinking, lost in sofas, damaged in laundry, melted down, or simply thrown out with the trash. The number of really nice surviving examples keeps shrinking every year, making the better ones rarer and more desirable with time. Now picture this intense moment. The auction room suddenly becomes dead quiet. Tension fills the air. Everyone holds their breath. Bidders sit forward with focused eyes. The atmosphere grows thick with excitement. The auctioneer slowly presents the 1973 D Lincoln Penny. The first bids come in low and cautious. Then the pace quickens. Numbers rise faster and faster. The energy explodes until the final hammer falls at a price that sends waves of shock through the entire crowd. Let me be straight and honest with you. I am not here to claim that every 1973 D penny will make you rich, because most worn circulated examples are still worth only a few cents. However, in rare cases, certain examples, especially those with strong details, attractive natural color, exceptional eye appeal, or subtle mint errors, have sold for surprisingly high amounts depending on their condition and how much collectors want them. This is exactly why you need to build the seller mindset starting today. If you find a 1973 D penny that looks better than the usual beaten ones, do not rush to sell it cheaply at the first local coin shop. Take sharp, clear photos from every angle, research actual recent sold prices on big auction websites. Consider getting it professionally graded if the details still look crisp, and sell it where real passionate collectors are bidding against each other so you can get the strongest possible return without being lowballed. Whatever you do, do not spend this coin. Do not let it get lost in another pile of loose change. Stop everything right now. Go search through all your 1973 pennies. Look carefully for that clear D mint mark. Study the surface and every small detail closely, and inspect them like your hidden fortune might be hiding in one of them. Because one day it just might. Because the next coin I am going to reveal in this series is even more dangerous to ignore. It has already turned more ordinary. I almost threw it away moments into shocking surprises than you can imagine. If this warning hit you hard and made you want to check your coins immediately, smash that like button right now. Comment below and tell me, what year penny have you found the most of in your house so far? Stay with me till the very end because I am uncovering more ordinary-looking Lincoln pennies that look harmless but could secretly be worth real money. And you do not want to miss what is coming next.